CE marking is not easy, and if you think your company's depending on you to get it right, that's only part of the deal. Every employee in your company is depending on you to get it right, because if you fail, your company could incur fines of millions of dollars, and their jobs could be on the line. If you're thinking you don't know where to start, or I don't know what directives apply to my products, or whether I should use an online or paper-based system, then you're beginning to understand the problems and issues. That's why we designed this short presentation to explain how to create a technical file product can save you time and money. If you're thinking that because no one's asked you for your technical file, there's no need to worry, or if a subcontractor says your product is grandfathered and you don't need to bother about it, think on. If you look at the RepX database, you'll find that Rolls-Royce Ghost is listed. Rolls-Royce is renowned for its quality system, and even they made a mistake in their design and their CE marking. You have probably searched the web for the contents of a technical file and found a list of 13 topics. The problem is that list was issued in the 1990s and is now 20 years out of date. Even in the 1990s it was inadequate, and much of my consultancy time was spent explaining to manufacturers what they really needed to include in their technical files. I believe I have the right to say this because that the list is obsolete and out of date because I included it in my first book on the low voltage directive. Since then, many new directives and regulations have come into force, and the content of the technical file has increased to more than 20 topics. One of the first questions people ask is, what directives apply to my product? This is a complex question, and the answer is not intuitive. It is the reason we spent many weeks designing a tool that enables you to determine which directives apply to your products. You can do this in less than 10 minutes, and the tool is called the EU Product Matrix and is available only as part of our How to Create a Technical File product. It is important to remember that enforcement of CE marking has changed. At the start, enforcement was by testing equipment, demonstrating a non-compliance and then prosecuting. Today, enforcement is much simpler. The enforcement officers request a copy of the technical file. Many companies fail to present a technical file within the 10 days allowed, and they are prosecuted. Their technical file is then investigated for completeness, and any omissions will be investigated further. So to prevent prosecution, it is essential to present a technical file immediately and to ensure that it is complete. Following a recent change in the environmental regulations, a client was told that their products were grandfathered in. This was by their manufacturer, but they were wrong. The grandfathering in applied only to products that were in the supply chain and also within the EU at the time. Fortunately, we were able to correct a potential and expensive mistake of the misinformation given by a third party. Remember, there are nuances and regulations to understand. You must not only understand what is required, but you must also understand how to demonstrate compliance. When CE marking first came into force, it was easy to provide a solution. Now, with the mass of directives, particularly those relating to the environmental issues, it is impossible for one person to have all the knowledge to answer all the questions. This is why we have assembled a team of subject matter experts in electrical safety, EMC, toy safety, the ROSH, the REACH and the WEEE directives. We have created the How to Create a Data File product specifically to meet the demands of an ever-changing range of requirements and directives. Phoenix Learning Surfaces CE Marking Essentials introduces how to create a technical file, including free, unlimited access to updates and no ongoing fees. How to create a technical file will give you all you need to explain to managers and engineers to get them on your side. It explains why it's essential to integrate your technical file into your configuration and your quality management system. It explains the need to appoint an EU-based authorized representative. You will learn how to create a technical file that will satisfy the conflicting requirements made by most of the widely used directives. You will learn what information goes into which of the 26 sections of the technical file, with checklists needed for your configuration management and your company's management quality system. You will also learn what to do when you don't have all the necessary pieces. There are 2 hours of video presentations in 9 modules. These take you step by step through each of the 26 sections of your technical file. You will learn techniques to control your documentation, essential for configuration management. You'll have a list of the relevant standards for the directives, with white papers including is your product exempt from EMC testing, and CE marking for military and aerospace equipment, and much, much more. Remember, this is a one-time fee. You will have lifetime access to all updates, and How to Create a Technical File contains more than 300 pages of critical information. Phoenix Learning Services teaches through understanding. Students learn and transform essential information into solutions that represent corporate values and will become cost-effective strategies.